Assalamu alaikum, children. I hope you are all well. Can you all just stop texting for the time being, okay? So that we're just gonna wait for a little while so everybody can join on, okay? Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. We're just doing a madrasa assembly online. No, it's fine, don't worry. Alright, sure. Right, could we stop texting, please? Let's not be commenting on this channel at the moment. Can we all listen carefully, okay? I'm just gonna wait for 1 or 2 minutes and inshallah I'll start talking. Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Honorable teachers, respected students of Madrasa Kashiful Ulum at Al-Huda, I hope you are all well. It's been a while since we've seen you all. And I hope that you've all been working really, really hard, especially with knowing that you are now about to break up for a very, very long holiday. But when you do come back from this holiday, obviously you have to work very hard during the holidays to prepare for your examinations, etc., that you will have to do when you come back from your long, lovely summer holiday. Unfortunately, with the current situation that we are in, I don't know if many of you will be going abroad. Some countries are now open for travel, but it's very likely that some of your holidays will have been cancelled. But there's no need to worry if you are not being able to go on holiday this year. Why? Because we can do something else. And that something else is you can turn your holiday into holidays. What can we do? Turn the holiday into holidays. So how do you turn a holiday into a holiday? The way to turn your holiday into a holiday is that you make sure that during the holidays you wake up nice and early, you pray your Fajr namaz, then you take a little bit more rest, wake up, have your breakfast, and then instead of sitting on your iPad, on your Xbox, on your PlayStations, on your Switch, etc., what we're going to do, we are going to sit down to pray. Okay? Boys, Adam Patel, Harith, can you all stop texting now, please? Right? Can you listen to the assembly? Thank you. I don't want to see any of your messages popping up on the screen now, please. Thank you. Right. This is not the time to chat. This is the time to listen to the assembly. Right. So as I was saying, that we are going to wake up early in the morning and we are going to sit down to pray. Yeah? And then after we've prayed, we are going to make sure we are obedient to our parents and we do as they tell us to do. Okay? It's very likely that once you've prayed or before you start praying, your parents will probably turn around and say to you that, can you go and tidy your room, make your bed, right? There's still people texting, please. I'm not going to say it again. All in space, Fortnite, Battle Royale, whoever you are, Stealth, COVID-19, whoever you are, Fatima Manjra, okay, can you stop texting, please? do not chat on this group at the moment, on this channel at the moment. Afterwards, if you want to make comments on my lovely assembly, you're more than welcome to do so. Jazakallah. Right. So as we were saying, that you need to show obedience to your parents. So if your parents say to you that you need to go and tidy your bedroom, or go and wash yourself properly, change your clothes, make sure you're not going around in your nightie the whole day, yeah, you need to listen to what your parents tell you to do. Obviously, we are in the summer months, so the weather will be good on many days, so you might want to go outside to play. But again, remember, it's not that you wake up first thing in the morning, you don't even wash your face properly, you don't brush your teeth properly, you've only had half a breakfast, and you've run outside to play with your friends, or to ride your bike, or to play football, with your friends in the street, or go to the park, etc. No, you must do what your parents tell you to do first. And before you go outside, complete all of your madrasa work. Complete all the work that your school teachers may have given you to do during the summer holidays. Okay? So if you've got any madrasa work to do, then you need to make sure you complete all your work first. And only then, when your parents permit you, and with asking your parents, you should go outside. One thing that is very, very important is when you are outside, you must make sure that you stay close to your home. Do not wander off to places where your parents cannot find you. Even if you are going to somebody's house or anything like that, you must make sure that you tell your parents first. Okay? Don't go to play into your neighbor's house or your friend's house, and then when your elder brothers or sisters, or maybe your mom or your dad, they come outside looking for you, they are looking around and they can't find you. Okay? That shouldn't be the case. Tell them where you are going. Ideally, don't go into anybody's house without telling your parents, and don't go far away from your homes as well. Stay within close proximity of your homes. Okay? And don't talk to strangers, only play with the people that you know. Okay? And if you are going to go somewhere, as I mentioned already, make sure you tell your parents. And when it's time to come back in the house, at a certain time, I'm sure your parents will tell you that, right, at 4 o'clock I want you back in the house, 5 o'clock I want you back in the house. Okay, then you need to come back in, and you need to pray Asr namaz, and you need to do this, and you need to come home for food, etc. Make sure you go back home whenever your parents tell you to go back home. Do not stay outside. So then your parents are worried that where has he gone? What is he doing? Has he hurt himself? Has he fallen into some kind of trouble? Has he got himself into trouble? No. Also, the one thing that's very important, that as well as playing with people that you know, you need to make sure you choose the right friends. You must choose the right friends. Remember, you might be a very good person, but if you are in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, okay? So that's why it's very, very important that you do not play with the wrong people. Those people that you know that they have got bad habits, okay? They often get into trouble. No child is bad, don't get me wrong. It's obviously because of maybe who they played with, they've become the way they are, okay? So likewise, we don't want you to become like that as well. So it's very, very important that you choose your friends very, very carefully, okay? And remember, it is good friends that will make you do good things, take you to good places, and always remain a good person. And it is when you get caught up in the wrong crowd with the wrong people, then those wrong friends will take you to the wrong places, make you do the wrong things, and you will be caught up in the wrong crowd and with the wrong habits. So it's very, very important that you make sure that you stay with the right people, okay? You behave when you are playing outside as well, and do not play in a way whereby you are disturbing the peace in the street, or you are disturbing your neighbors, you are banging your football on people's cars or windows. No, don't be throwing stones or anything like that, okay? Don't ride your bikes on pavements in a way. I'm not saying ride your bikes on the road. Remember, you need to be very safe. Try and ride your bikes in a space and in areas where there's not going to be any cars. But if you are riding on the pavements, be careful that you are not scratching people's cars, banging into their mirrors, banging into their doors, etc., etc. So be very, very mindful of not disturbing people's peace. And as I mentioned, that when your parents tell you to come back in the house, you need to make sure you come back in the house as well. Okay? Pray all your namaz, pray all your du'as every time you need to pray them, your kalimas, etc. Even when you're eating, sleeping, when you're playing outside, read the dua for going out of the house, coming in the house. Okay? And stay safe. Stay safe. Remember, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. It's not as if that the pandemic has finished. This pandemic is still going on. In fact, the doctors are actually saying that it's very likely that we may even have a worse second wave than the first one that we already had, that we are actually experiencing at this very moment in time. So there's even a possibility we could have a second lockdown. So that's why it's very important that you stay safe, keep yourself healthy. Okay? If you are unwell, then don't be adamant and don't be persistent, and do not insist or kind of pester your parents that you still want to go outside and you still want to do this and you still want to do that. You have to make sure that you listen to your parents. Okay? Look after yourselves, look after your brothers and sisters as well, and as I said, listen to your parents. I hope you all have a really, really enjoyable holiday. Your teachers, I'm sure, will give you timetables that you need to follow whilst you are out, whilst you are on your holidays. Okay, so it's important that you basically follow those timetables. Okay, don't socially distance from your madrasa timetable. Okay, you're not supposed to socially distance from your madrasa timetable and from your school timetable. You're supposed to socially distance from people, not your timetables and not your work or your homework that you need to do. Okay, so let's not socially distance from the wrong things. Let's socially distance from the right things. Okay, so I hope all of you will spend your time properly and you will listen to whatever your teachers will tell you. And like I said, you will be having exams when you return, so it's important that you work really, really hard. Okay. Other than that, as I mentioned, good friendships, good habits. Okay, that is very, very important. Remember, the Prophet ﷺ has said that your good friends will be of benefit to you even when you leave this world. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ mentions in a hadith that there were two friends. Okay, one of them passes away, and when one passes away, when he's basically, and because they were two good people, they used to pray the namaz, they go to the masjid together, they used to go to pray the namaz together, they used to go to Jamaat together, they'd sit down to pray Quran together. Okay, they'd go around helping their neighbors, the elderly people, etc. together. So they used to do all the good things together. So when one of them passed away and he was basically presented before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said to Allah that, Allah, when I was alive and I was in the world, I had a friend who was very good, and it was him that always made me do good things. Now that I've gone away, he's going to be lonely, he's going to be missing me. Allah, make sure you look after him now that I'm no longer with him. You befriend him, you look after him, make sure he carries on doing the good things whilst he is alive, so that when he then comes to you as well, like you have dealt with me in such a kind way and you've given me such a great Jannah and you've put me into paradise, Allah, let it be that he gets Jannah as well. So this friend of yours, this friend who's passed away, he's now making dua for you in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What a good friend this friend must have been, huh? And then on the other side, there'll be two other friends who both were evil. They used to take each other to do the wrong things, to go towards the wrong things. And then when one passes away and then he's presented before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's not going to say good things about his friend. He's going to say to Allah that, Allah, it was that friend of mine that made me actually do all the wrong things. He used to take me to the wrong places. He used to make me do all the things of sin and all the wrong things. So Allah, because of him, I have basically done the wrong things, and now you are taking me to task and you are now punishing me. Allah, let it be that he stays as he is as well, so that when he dies and he comes in front of you, you take him to task, you punish him as well, and he goes into Jahannam just like I am going into Jahannam. So remember, this is how important your friendship is. It is very, very important that you choose the right friends. And remember what I've said, stay safe. Do not talk to strangers. Don't go off with people that you do not know. Don't go into people's houses without telling your parents, even if it may be a relative. You might be thinking, oh, this is my uncle's house, this is my auntie's house, I can go here, my mum won't mind me going here. No, they will still be worried. They won't mind you going there, but they still need to know where you are. So tell your parents where you are going, okay? Without going, do not go anywhere without telling them. And also, as I mentioned, that look after your health, okay? Don't eat the wrong things, especially when it comes to holidays, when children are in when you're at home, you tend to eat a lot of, everybody wants to have ice pops and ice lollies and ice creams. And I know it's a little bit hot and it's the summer months and you want to have your mojitos and all your fizzy drinks, etc. Eat healthy, especially at this very moment in time. It's so important that you do not become ill by eating the wrong things, okay? Because at the moment, remember, nobody wants to go to hospital because we all know what's happening within the hospitals, okay? Because of COVID-19. The last thing we want is that we end up going to hospital because of, because we've fallen over and we've hurt ourselves, we fell off our bike, or, we've broken something, etc. Or we become ill because of the fact that we've not been eating well and we've been eating the wrong things. And even though our parents kept telling us, don't eat this, it's not good for you, too much sugar is not good for you, etc., etc., do not do that. Make sure you listen to your parents as well. I hope you are all safe and well at this moment in time. I hope you all remain safe and well during your holidays. And inshallah, we look forward to seeing you again when you return in September as well. Hopefully, inshallah, with the will of Allah, safe and well as well. Okay? So, I hope you all have a very, very enjoyable holiday. Now I'm sure your teachers will want to spend some time with you on Teams, explaining things to you, to listen to what your teachers are telling you. And inshallah, take your time, like I mentioned, take your timetables that they give you very, very seriously and make sure you follow them properly. Okay, we would have loved to have been sat in the masjid with all of you people in front of us, but unfortunately the times that we are in does not allow us to do that. I am actually in hospital at this moment in time, okay, and I'm delivering this assembly to you from hospital. Alhamdulillah, I'm well, so don't worry about me, okay? But we have, mashallah, 2 new additions to our family, okay? And inshallah, hopefully, in September when you come, when they grow a little bit, inshallah, and make dua for them, Allah makes them healthy as well, makes me healthy, makes our entire family healthy, inshallah, all your teachers and all your appas and all your molisabs healthy as well, and their children as well, inshallah, healthy. We'll hope that, inshallah, you can meet the new additions and your appas and your teachers again when you return to madrasa, hopefully, inshallah, in September. So, jazakallah to all of you. I hope you've enjoyed our last assembly, and please take on board everything that we've just discussed and everything that I've just said to you. Okay, you need to remember all of it and you need to follow it. Okay, and stay safe and well. Jazakumullah wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.